I thought you'd never pick me.
Alright, what's up guys? This is Akmo here. Basically what I'm bringing you today is my very first jungler video featuring Amumu, the sad mummy. This isn't technically a guide or a tutorial. It's basically just an overview of some of the gameplay that Amumu brings, kind of the presence that he can bring, and you know, just kind of a showcase of the gameplay and his abilities. So as you saw in the beginning of the video, I do take movement speed quintessences on Amumu usually, so you kind of have that advantage. A lot of the times with that skill you see right there, you can do quite a bit of damage with that actually. You just have to get it close enough to do the damage. And luckily Grace didn't have boots and I had the movement speed quintessences, so I was able to catch him off guard and catch up to him and get the first blood. Alright, so after getting blue buff, you go ahead and get wolves. Normally wolves would be cleared, but because of the skirmish in the beginning, I have to clear out this camp. So your typical start would be wolves, blue, over to wraiths, back to wolves, and then eventually to the red buff. If you guys haven't seen it, I do have a very short level 1 through 4 jungling video. I'll post a link here on the video. You can click that and just kind of see the path I'm talking about. It's just the simple, it's basically the most basic path you can take in the jungle. And it'll get you to level 4, you'll have your 4 abilities, and especially with Amumu, you'll have everything you need to go ahead and get your first gank off. Alright, and another thing you guys want to keep track of as you're jungling is you want to keep looking at the lanes. You'll notice that I keep checking out lanes to see if they're overextended, if they're too pushed, you know, who needs help, who needs what. And that's pretty much your job as the jungler. Just keep an eye on the lanes and provide help where it needs. Like here you see Master Yi. I do burn his flash, and if you burn someone's flash, you can basically consider yourself successful. I mean, a burn flash is still an advantage. Alright, so after burning Master Yi's flash, there was no point in going top. Gangplank already knew I was around, so here I just clear a camp. I did B before this one, and I picked up the Spirit Stone, some boots, and a couple wards. The Spirit Stone's important for Amumu just because you get that health regen and the mana regen that you need. And I pick up the wards to start laying some wards at Dragon. Dragon control is very important, especially early game. You guys want to control Dragon because you guys want the gold, you want the gold advantage. And you know, if you see the enemy team make an attempt on Dragon, you can do your best to try to stop that. I come and try to gank at mid, but it's a no-go. So then I head up top. Before going to top, I go ahead and ward the enemy's blue buff. If you can control their buffs, you're going to be successful there, stealing it. So here earlier on, Pantheon did let me know that there was a ward there. So probably what Gangplank just saw is me going back into my jungle. But what I'm going to do instead is take a different angle for this gank. I'm going to go up here into the bushes. He has no idea I'm here. He thinks Pantheon's alone, so he's going to commit. Well, unfortunately, Master Yi's here too, so this turns out to be a 2 versus 2. Fortunately, Pantheon's a lot weaker than I am. But I do lay down Amumu, what he's known for, his ultimate, and I go ahead and get 1 kill. And then luckily, because I have red buff, because I killed Master Yi, I'll be able to get this Gangplank too. Because the red buff will slow him down, and also, along with Tantrum doing damage, he's just not getting away. Alright, so here I am getting blue buff. This is the third blue buff. Yeah, the third blue buff. I did ask Arya if it was okay if I took it. She seemed to be fine with it. As long as you ask her AP carries, you know, politely, if you can have it, you'll be fine. Just give it to him later on. At this point, we're going to go ahead and take Dragon, because, you know, no one's going to contest this, but I do ward just in case. And make sure you time your buffs, guys, even on Dragon and Baron, and then if you want to be really picky, your red and blue buffs. It's important that you time them, just for a general self-note. We go ahead and get a kill here on Yi. I just added this little note here just because some people don't think. I've seen Amumus not stop Yi before with their ult because they don't think it's going to work. But yeah, it definitely works. Coming up from here though, you're going to see where when Amumu's ultimate is down, he's not as strong. If I would have saved my ultimate for that little fight right there, we would have won. But I choose to go in here with a bandage toss. Not the bestest. Coming up, I see Pantheon's in trouble. Me and Nunu are headed to help him out. One of the things I love doing on Amumu is flashing and bandage tossing. So I do it here just to land that. Managed to get Annie down. And by this point, I have some very good items, very standard items that I get on Amumu, which would be the Sunfire Cape. I get that because it stacks with his Tantrum, so you're just continuously doing damage. Here we go. This time I'm gonna actually give Ari her blue, so she can use that blue. She can use some mana, the cooldown reduction, everything. So from here on out, I'm pretty much just gonna give her all the blues. I've taken enough of her blue. She was getting mad. No, I'm kidding. She wasn't getting mad, but you gotta. So here I go ahead and I head back home. Gonna buy some items and head back out. This game I do try something different. I'm actually gonna go ahead and upgrade the Spirit Stone, but I do encourage you guys to try builds out, but just don't get crazy. Like some people just go completely crazy trying builds out in games, but if you're gonna do that, just do it in a bot game. But I do encourage you guys to experiment, especially when you're leveling up still. So we go ahead and just get another dragon here. I think this is our second or third dragon. And, for those that don't know, when you slay dragon, the whole team gets 190 gold, and the killer gets an additional 25. So at this point, Yi's overextended. I'm like, where you going, buddy? I'm going to bandage toss you. Boom. And he's just going to die. He juked me for a second, but it doesn't matter. Ari's got her blue. I think she had blue.
Money, rock, pound, nigga.
Pro gaming. I'm just kidding. I just love it when you are playing Amumu and you use your ult to capture 3 or 5, say 3 to 5 people. Makes you feel like you did something good, So I'm just gonna lay a ward at Baron. I go ahead and check to see if the blue's up. Stealing the blue. Steal enemy buffs, when you can. When you do, just if you don't have a ward, just stand in the nearest bush, just to kind of give you some sight. Just so you don't blindly get attacked or something. So here I noticed Pantheon. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to kill Annie, so I come down and I'm just gonna look for them, and a wild Tibbers appears. So we get Annie down, and we're gonna keep on pushing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear this out, and then I B. And my team decides we should go ahead and do Baron. Gonna do Baron, and we get this without any contest either, so we just get a free Baron. Make sure you smite it. I failed smite, but whatever. Just do your best. No! Fail. But I still come in here with my ult. Still cause some commotion. Graves is messing my team up. I get on him. I'm like, what's up, man? You're dead. Ari does a flash. Cool combo. And I come in here and clean up. GG. Game over. Not really. But wait, there's more! An Annie with home guard appears. And I am out of here. Somehow I survived this. Somehow. The last team fight of the game. That's going to be a victory for us. Well, guys, that was it for that playthrough. And now I just want to go through a couple jungler reminders. Give kills to lanes. I say this because it's important that you get your lanes fed. Give them the kills if you can. You know, if the kill's going to get away, then, you know, go ahead and take it. But do your best to feed your lanes. That's your main job as a jungler. Get your lanes fed. You can actually go 6-0. You can carry a game, but you're going to do better, and your team as a whole is going to do better if your lanes are fed, your carries are fed. Also, keep in mind to apply pressure to lanes that need help. If you see that your lane at mid or top is being pressured, give them a hand, help them out. That's another main job of a jungler. Even if you're forcing out like I am doing to this Anivia right now, she's gonna end up losing CS, experience, and everything else just because she has to beat. Here's another pro tip: travel through walls. Why do I want to travel through walls? Because it's cool. Actually, there's a very small reason. You're just gonna jungle faster, but it's just cool. So if you're like an Amumu or a Maokai, just travel through walls. Take different angles when ganking. Don't always go through the mid brush. Just go a different angle if you can. They're not expecting it. It's not normal. You might actually have a better chance of landing a successful gank if you take different angles, especially when you know certain wards are there. Again, here this top lane is pushed. Take advantage of people who overextend. Gank often on overextenders, especially when you know there's no wards. Make them pay. And this time I take the kill. Warding enemy buffs, that's always important. You want to control blue and red buff if you can on top of the Dragon and Baron also. If you can actually deprive certain AP mid carries on the enemy team blue buff, you're going to give yourself a big advantage as well as your AP carry. And like here, I'm giving the blue buff to our AP mid. You just need to know that they do need that. And ask for D-warding, guys. If a lane is asking for a gank and you know there's wards there, then tell the support or whoever to pick up a pink ward. Enable yourself to come and gank and actually have a chance at landing a successful gank. Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again, try again. 'Cause if at first you don't succeed. Yeah, so that speaks for itself right there. The next tip, cover lanes. You want to do your best to cover a lane if your laning partner left or they died. You know, you don't want the pressure to keep coming on your lane. Do your best, though, to last hit. I'm not last hitting here just because I need to clear this out. Otherwise, it's all going to push. Next up, make big plays. You can do that as a jungler. A lot of times, especially with Amumu, you can make huge plays with your ultimate alone. We turn this little skirmish around in our favor, and I believe we get 4. I think we get 4 of their guys here, so that's great, especially on the dive that Jax did. And that Jax was fed too. Oh yeah, guys, enable timestamps. This can be done in the options menu. It's really going to help you out on timing your buffs, which I talked about earlier. And carry the team. By carry the team, guys, I mean be a leader. Don't expect to take all the kills. Like I said, try to give your kills to your team. Try to lead them. Tell them what to do. Tell them about dragon timers. Do all that you can to really carry the team in the leadership role. That's what you are. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright guys, that'll be it. That concludes the playthrough. There's just a couple more minutes of extra stuff, and hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.